Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and to my February haul. We have quite a bit to go through this time. So full disclosure, I went on holiday. I went on a little trip that I had been planning for a while, and I knew specifically I'd be going to a couple of stores I can't access in my town, so I did buy some extra things. So this is quite a big haul for me for a month. I tend to not spend that much on colouring in a month. I am minimally employed. I have a permanent disability, so I only work 10 hours a week. So I try not to spend too much on colouring a month, but I did go a little nuts this month and I had been saving for it. So we've got a bit to go through. So one of the first things I will pull out is some pencils. So I purchased quite a few pencils this month. These are all Prismacolor Polychromos and then a couple of Inktense. Now the Prismacolor and Polychromos pencils are all refills. These are all pencils that I'm getting low in and needed to stock up on. So I made quite a few purchases. I couldn't unfortunately get every colour that I wanted. They were out of stock of some of them, but I did manage to get most of the sort of urgent refills. So now I have a lot more of my pencils, which is fantastic. And then I also brought 5 new Inktense pencils. I don't have the complete set of Inktense. I brought I think a 36 pack, and then I've been adding to it every once in a while as I can afford to stock up on some pencils. And the art store that I buy these from had 20% off all pencils, so we did go a little nuts on the pencils, but also definitely needed. And they're mostly Prismacolor, no, Polychromos pencils, because those were the ones that had the biggest discount, because they also had them cheaper in store than online listed, so I got even more of a discount. And then the other big purchases I made was from a local craft supply store that does more scrapbooking supplies, but I purchased a few different little bits from them. So first off, I brought this cloud stencil and some new brushes for my distress inks. I've been looking for this sort of stencil for so long, so when I saw it in stock, I grabbed it immediately. And then 2 of these brushes, and I like the fact that they come with a little cover, so I can sort of keep them nice and secure. And then the other big thing I purchased from Jackie's was a whole bunch of stickles. So you can see a lot of these are clear iridescent, because I do tend to use these ones the most. So I stocked up on the 3 that I already had, which was oh goodness, which ones were they? They were Stardust, Diamond, and Twinkle. So I got an extra bottle of those, and then they got an Unicorn and Crystal, so I got 2 of those, because again I go for a lot of these clear ones. I also finally got another Black Diamond, because I had run out of mine. And then I got a bunch of new colours that I didn't have in my collection. So we have Ice Blue, Garden State, Sunburst, Thistle, Seawater, and Pacific Coast. So yeah, very, very happy to have some more stickle colours. I'm still missing like an orange tone, I realise, so that's the one that I really need to get. And then I think I've kind of got enough, but I'll probably still buy some more. I really love stickles. I always use stickles, so I'm not worried about stocking up on stickles. That being said, I can also make my own stickles, and there is a YouTube video that I put out about making your own stickles, so I don't technically need to, but sometimes it is much easier just to have a bottle ready to go. The other thing that I brought was these metallic flakes. So it's a mixture of gold and silver. I believe this is for gilding. But my idea was this could look quite amazing on a background of a colouring page, and I needed to get my cart up to a certain amount to get free shipping. So I thought I would try this. I thought it could be a fun little experiment. So yeah, and I decided to get the gold and silver mixed because I wasn't really sure. So yeah, got to figure out what I'm using that on, but it's pretty and sparkly, and that always gets me. And then we have the colouring books. So this month I purchased 11 new colouring books, which brings my colouring book collection to 88 books, which is a lot of books. And yeah, I think currently 55 of them are untouched, including the 11 new books, because I didn't get a chance to work in any of them. But hey, we'll go through them. So the first one is A Million Sweet Things by Lulu Mayo. So if you've seen my February wrap-up video where I showed all my completed pages, I did a lot in A Million Llamas. And it's because I finally worked out how to work with the paper, and I really started enjoying that book. It's been on my shelf for a while and I've been struggling with it. So now that I've kind of got a better understanding of the paper, I was like, you know what, I'm going to grab another one. I am really enjoying the A Million Llamas, and then this one was available, and it's super cute, and it's full of lots of delicious snacks and really cute animals, and I'm excited to work in that one. So yeah, A Million Sweet Things. And if you want to flip through of any of these books, please let me know. I'm more than happy to record them. The next book I got was Christmas Colour by Numbers. So this is actually my first colour by number book. I don't have any colour by number books. And the reason why I grabbed this was because it's on clearance, because it's obviously not Christmas anymore. So this was, I think, originally about $17, $18, and they had it on clearance for $4. So I love a bargain, and I thought, well, why not? And then it has like these little overviews of how the pages should look, and there's some really cute little images in here. So I think this will be really fun to work on, especially during the month of December, and it could just be a fun little chill colour by number book. As I said, I haven't had any colour by number books yet, so I'm not really sure if I like them, but I'll try it for $4. The other clearance book I got is Beautiful Birds, and this one is stunning. And this one I think originally was like $20, and I paid $6, like $5.97, which is insane. But then what it is I have a flower book very similar to this coming up as well. But yeah, it's got these beautiful plates of all these different birds, and then it's got the line works for you to colour them in. And the line work is actually brown as well. It's not black, which is going to be really interesting to try out. But I just thought this would be a really neat one to practice some birds on, because I've been really enjoying colouring birds lately. And again, we love a bargain. Then we have my Colouring Heavens. So I don't have a subscription, but I live above a magazine store that gets these books in, and they hold one for me every month because they know how much I love it. So I do get each of the Colouring Heaven magazines, and again, in New Zealand we are very behind. So in the month of March we will be starting to get the October magazines. That's how behind New Zealand is with these books. So yeah, so the first one we got was the Alice in Wonderland special, which is line work by Eva Ninkinen. But I've been waiting for this one to come in because I've been seeing people's coloured pages and they're just so cute and I love them so much. So I'm very excited to do some work in this one. Then the other one we got was the Dinosaur Collection, which I was umming and ahhing about. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the Dinosaur Collection for me. I figured if I brought it and I wasn't sure, I would give it to my niece who's obsessed with dinosaurs. But then I had a friend who is very into dinosaurs, saw that this was the next one, asked me to pick them up a copy too and do some colour alongs with them to show them how to colour. So I did end up keeping this copy for myself, and I'm going to be working in this with them while I show them some colouring techniques, which I'm pretty excited about because this wouldn't be one I'd naturally reach for, dinosaurs, but also I like the idea of colouring some of these in like absolutely rainbow. I'll have fun with it. Okay, so next we have this book, Disney Villains, Art of Colouring. I ordered this thinking it was a different book. I did not realize that this book was one of these ones. So with these with these Disney villain books, or these Disney specialty books, you can get some which just have really nice clean images and some that have a lot of pattern. I thought this was the nice clean one, but this is the patterned one. So I did contemplate returning it because it was the first time I've ever contemplated returning a book. But by the time I worked out the cost of sending it back, plus there would have been a deduction for returning it, so I wouldn't have gotten full money back and I only would have gotten store credit, and it wasn't enough to justify the cost of returning it. It was basically I would have lost 50%. And so for that I was like, no, we'll hold on to it and we're going to just have to try and figure something out in this book. So I'm not quite sure what I'll do, but it is a lovely hardcover book. Yeah. A book I am much happier with the purchase of is Nature Mandalas by Malpamini yeah. I knew I wouldn't be able to pronounce their name. It's so much of a mouthful, but oh, this one is gorgeous and single-sided. So I have no other works by this author. It's been one that I've been looking at for a while. I know they have a Enchanted Earth coming out, and then they have I can't remember the other book that's been previously released as well, which upon looking at this one I think I'm going to need that one too, because I really do love this one. So yeah, I just need to make a point of getting into it like all the other colouring books. And then the next one I got was Millie Marotta's Island Escape. And this is also my first Millie Marotta book. Well, technically it's not my first. I did have some that I found at an op shop, but I realised that the one that I got was a knockoff version, not an actual official copy. So that one has been passed on to somebody just who's learning to colour and just needed something to colour, so it's not going to waste, but I don't feel comfortable owning or colouring in that one, being that it's not an authentic copy. So yeah, so I did go out and purchase one of her actual books, and I chose Island Escape because this is her latest one and it looked really interesting, and a combination of lots of different animals. And I've seen some really gorgeous works using these patterns but still doing quite a realistic effect. I think it's going to be quite fun to work in. So the next one I got was Pokemon Creative Colouring. So this was just a bit of an impulse buy. It is quite thin in terms of paper, and some of it is just pattern while some of it is big spreads. So yeah, I hadn't seen anything about it. I hadn't seen any flip throughs, so I was like, alright, I'll just risk it and see what it's like. It's pretty cute, I've got to admit, and it's got a couple like this where they're underwater, and the water Pokemon are always my favourites, so you know, I gotta colour. It looks like it hasn't got the latest gen, obviously. It hasn't got Pokemon Violet, and oh my god, I'm having such a mind blank. I have just gotten back from holiday yesterday and I am running on empty today, so I do apologise. I am having complete brain blur at the moment. But yeah, so this is Pokemon Creative Colouring, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun because, you know, Pokemon. So the next one I got was the Kew Gardens World of Flowers colouring book, and this is very similar to the birds one, where you get the actual plate and then you get the line work to colour yourself. So yeah, these are based on the Royal Botanic Gardens actual like illustrative studies that were done of different plants and those actual plates, and I love this style of plate of like flowers and birds, like these old style plates that they used to do. Just so stunning. There's something so beautiful about them. So when I saw this book, I was like, I might need that. And yeah, I wish it had the tan background so that it would have that same vintagey feeling, but yeah, that's okay. So I've got to work out how I'm going to colour in here because I can't use markers or anything that might go through and ruin the next page. So it's going to be a pencil only book, I think. But I'm looking forward to working in here. And then the final book is one that I have gotten that I am so excited about, and that is Wildflower Folk by Christine Caron. This is the new officially published book by Blue Angel. It's my first Blue Angel book. I saw a few people posting about this on YouTube, and when I realized that Blue Angel was based in Australia, I jumped and had a look because it meant the shipping was actually okay to New Zealand, and I was so happy. And oh yeah, the book is just stunning. So Fledgling Fairies, the Colouring Heaven collective issue, is one of my most worked in Colouring Heaven books, and she illustrated that one too. So it made sense to me to get her actual book because I'm enjoying Fledgling Fairies so much, and it's just stunningly beautiful. So beautiful. I cannot wait to colour in here, and it does make me want to go and get a few more of the Blue Angel books because they're just so pretty. So pretty. But yeah, so that is everything I purchased in the month of February. This month hopefully will be a little bit less. We'll still have our Colouring Heavens. I've got a couple of pre-orders that will be arriving, but hopefully a little bit less because I need to do some recovery after that holiday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to have a closer look at any of the books that I showed, please let me know and I'll happily film a flip through for you. I have had a request to film a flip through of the Wildflower Folk, so I will try to get onto that ASAP. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!